Hey there, welcome back to the Natural Health Spot, the place where we mix a little bit of science, a pinch of ancient wisdom, and a whole lot of fun to help you live your healthiest life, naturally. Now, before we dive into today's battle of the spices, go ahead and give that like button a little love. It really helps this video reach more people who need to hear this. And if you enjoy natural remedies, real results, and zero fluff, hit that subscribe button and join our healthy tribe. Because today we're talking about two powerful kitchen warriors, cinnamon versus cloves, and answering the big question, which one fights infection faster? Spoiler alert, they're both amazing. But which one is faster? Stronger? More reliable when you're sneezing like a lawnmower with allergies? Let's find out. Imagine this. You wake up one morning with a sore throat, your head's foggy, your body aches, and you feel like a soggy paper towel. You check the medicine cabinet. It's empty, of course, but then you glance at your spice rack. Cinnamon, cloves, can either of these help? Turns out, both of them have been used for centuries, and I mean centuries, to treat everything from colds and coughs to digestive issues and even fungal infections. But which one does it faster? That's what we're going to break down. Now don't worry, we're not going to throw a bunch of chemistry terms at you and walk away. We're keeping it super simple. If a 9-year-old can understand it, we're doing it right. So grab a cup of warm tea, maybe with a stick of cinnamon or a clove or two, and let's start this spice showdown. Let's start with the sweet one, cinnamon. Cinnamon comes from the inner bark of trees from the cinnamomum family. The kind you're probably most familiar with is Ceylon cinnamon, sometimes called true cinnamon, and cassia cinnamon, which is more common and a bit stronger in flavor. But flavor aside, what does it do? Cinnamon is packed with something called cinnamaldehyde. That's the compound that gives it its flavor and smell. But cinnamaldehyde isn't just there for taste. It's been shown in studies to have powerful antimicrobial, antiviral, and antifungal effects. Fact time. A 2016 study published in Pharmaceutical Biology found that cinnamon oil inhibited the growth of E. coli, Staphylococcus aureus, and even Candida albicans, the fungus that causes yeast infections. Not bad for a spice that lives in your oatmeal, right? And people are using it. Take Sophie, for example. Sophie is a 47-year-old teacher from Michigan. She said in an online forum that every time she starts to feel a cold coming on, she mixes cinnamon with honey and warm water and drinks it twice a day. She swears by it, says it shortens her colds by at least 2 days. That's not a scientific study, of course, but it's a real human being who uses cinnamon like it's part of her medicine cabinet. Okay, cinnamon's great. But let's not forget cloves, the underdog of the spice world. Cloves are the dried flower buds from the Syzygium aromaticum tree. They smell amazing, like Christmas in a bottle, but they're also tiny powerhouses of medicine. Cloves contain eugenol, which is a natural antiseptic, analgesic, that's a fancy word for pain reliever, and antimicrobial. Now here's something wild. A study in the Journal of Medical Microbiology back in 2021 showed that eugenol in cloves was highly effective against bacteria like E. coli, Salmonella, and Pseudomonas aeruginosa, which is a mouthful, but it's a common and dangerous bacteria, especially in hospitals. Cloves don't just fight bacteria. They're also antiviral. In lab tests, clove extracts have been shown to fight viruses like herpes simplex and even influenza. There's a great story from a guy named Anil, a 32-year-old from India. During the second wave of COVID, he started boiling cloves in water, letting it steep, and drinking it like tea every morning. He says it helped clear up his sore throat faster than anything else he'd tried, including over-the-counter meds. Again, anecdotal, but powerful. And here's something cool. A study from 2020 found that clove oil could kill Candida albicans in under 30 minutes when applied directly. That's fast. Okay. Now let's compare these two spice champions side by side. Who wins the infection-fighting race? We're going to look at 5 areas. The first is speed of action, then in terms of the range of microbes targeted. 3. Safety and side effects. 4. Ease of use at home. 5. Scientific support. 1. Speed of action. Clove oil takes the win here. In lab tests, it kills certain bacteria and fungi in minutes. Cinnamon is powerful too, but usually takes longer, especially in its powdered or stick form. 2. Range of microbes. Both cover a wide range: bacteria, viruses, and fungi, but cloves edge ahead slightly with stronger antiviral action. 3. Safety. Cinnamon especially cassia, contains coumarin, which can be harmful to the liver in large doses. So moderation is key. Cloves can irritate the stomach if overused, and clove oil should never be applied directly without dilution. Let's hear from some more real-life users, shall we? Maria, a 56-year-old nurse from Brazil, uses clove tea every time she feels like she's catching something. She boils 5 cloves in water, adds ginger and honey, and drinks it warm. She says it kicks a sore throat in the teeth before it even settles in. Tyrone, a fitness coach from Atlanta, adds cinnamon to his protein shakes. He had recurring fungal infections between his toes, and he started taking cinnamon daily. After 2 months, gone. And there's even a group on Reddit called Natural First Aid, where people share stories of using cinnamon and cloves instead of antibiotics for mild infections. Obviously, serious infections need medical attention, but for everyday immune boosts, these spices are superstars. Alright, now you're probably thinking, okay, both sound amazing, but how do I actually use them without burning my tongue or turning my kitchen into a science lab? Let's break it down real-world style. Simple, safe, effective, using cinnamon. 1. Cinnamon tea. Boil 1 cup of water, toss in a half teaspoon of ground Ceylon cinnamon or 1 cinnamon stick, steep for 10 minutes, strain, and enjoy. Optional add-ins: honey, lemon, or a dash of ginger. 2. Cinnamon honey paste. Mix 1 teaspoon of cinnamon with 1 tablespoon of raw honey. Take it once or twice a day when you're feeling under the weather. Tip: this combo has been studied for its antimicrobial synergy. It's basically a germ-fighting duo. 3. Sprinkle it everywhere. Cinnamon on oatmeal, in your smoothie, even in coffee. You're not just spicing up flavor, you're boosting your immune defense. Caution: limit to about half to 1 teaspoon per day if you're using cassia cinnamon, which contains coumarin. Ceylon is safer in higher amounts. Now let's talk about how to use cloves. 1. Clove tea. Boil 4 to 6 cloves in 1 cup of water. Steep for 10 to 15 minutes. Strain and drink. It's got a bold taste, so feel free to add a little honey or lemon. 2. Clove oil steam inhalation. Add 3 drops of clove essential oil to a bowl of hot water. Lean over it with a towel over your head and breathe deeply for 5 to 10 minutes. It helps clear sinuses and fights bacteria in your nasal passages. Just be careful. Steam burns are real. 3. Clove chewing. Old school trick: pop a clove in your mouth, bite it gently, and let the juice coat your throat. People say it helps with throat infections and toothaches. Important note: never swallow large amounts of cloves. Too much eugenol can be toxic, and pregnant women or people with bleeding disorders should talk to their doctor first. Let's bring in the big guns, the experts. Dr. Josh Axe, a certified doctor of natural medicine, has often spoken about both cinnamon and cloves. He recommends cinnamon for long-term immune support and blood sugar regulation, and cloves for fast-acting relief from bacterial infections. According to a study from the Journal of Natural Remedies in 2022, cloves had stronger antimicrobial activity than cinnamon when tested against both gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria. The researchers said, and I quote, "Clove extract showed rapid bactericidal activity within 15 minutes of exposure in controlled lab settings. That's lightning fast." On the other hand, cinnamon was found to work best when used consistently, kind of like your daily multivitamin. Not a miracle overnight, but a solid builder of immune health. So it's like this: clove is your SWAT team. Cinnamon is your wellness coach. You need both. One kicks in fast, the other builds your strength over time. Alright, if you've stuck around this long, you deserve a bonus tip, and it's a good one. Try combining both. Yep, you don't have to pick just one. In fact, many traditional remedies, especially in Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine, use a mix of cinnamon and cloves for maximum power. Here's a simple recipe you can make right now. Cinnamon clove immunity shot: 1 cup of water, 1 cinnamon stick, 4 cloves, 1 slice of fresh ginger, juice of half a lemon. 1 teaspoon honey, added after cooling. Boil everything, except lemon and honey, for 10 to 15 minutes. Let it cool slightly, then add lemon juice and honey. Drink it warm, once a day when you feel like your body needs some backup. People who use this regularly say it helps them fight off colds, improve digestion, and even help them sleep better. Cinnamon and cloves aren't just dusty old spices hiding in your pantry. They're natural warriors with centuries of tradition and modern science to back them up. If you want something that's tasty, affordable, and genuinely effective, start with your spice rack. And remember, always consult your healthcare provider before replacing any prescribed medication or using herbal treatments for serious conditions. Nature is powerful, but respect is key. Now, before you go, if you learned anything new today, even just that cloves can kill bacteria in 15 minutes, give this video a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more people looking for natural, research-backed health tips. And hey, don't be a stranger. Hit subscribe, tap the bell, and join our community. We've got new videos every week to help you live your healthiest, happiest, and most natural life. And if you've ever used cinnamon or cloves for your health, drop your story in the comments. You might just help someone else.